Welcome back to the English Mastery Podcast. I'm Amely, and today we'll practice English together. Using a powerful method called shadowing, we'll train your ears, your voice, and your fluency in 3 levels: beginner, intermediate, and upper intermediate. Each level builds on the last. In this first part, we'll focus on short, simple sentences. I'll speak slowly. You'll repeat after me, matching my rhythm and sound. Don't stop. Don't translate. Just flow with my voice. Let's begin. The sun is rising. The air feels fresh. I open my window. A soft breeze enters. The sky is pale pink. I stretch my arms. I breathe in deeply. The morning feels calm. Birds are singing outside. Their voices fill the air. I put on my slippers. The floor feels cool. I walk to the kitchen. The lights are warm. The table is clean. I pour some water. The glass is cold. I drink slowly. The water wakes me up. I smile to myself. I open the door. The street is quiet. The sky is brighter now. I take my first step outside. The air smells of flowers. A cat walks across the road. It looks at me. Its tail moves slowly. I wave at the cat. It disappears behind a wall. I keep walking. The ground is dry. Leaves crunch under my feet. A bicycle passes by. The rider nods hello. I wave back. The sound of wheels fades away. I reach a small park. The grass is green. The flowers are open. Bees move from flower to flower. A fountain is in the center. Water splashes softly. The sound is peaceful. I sit on a wooden bench. The bench is smooth. The wind touches my hair. I close my eyes. I listen carefully. I hear birds singing. I hear footsteps behind me. Someone is jogging. Their shoes hit the path. The rhythm is steady. They run past me. I open my eyes again. I see children playing. A ball rolls near my feet. I pick it up. I throw it back gently. The children laugh. They run after the ball. Their joy is bright. I stand up slowly. I walk toward the fountain. The water sparkles in the sunlight. I touch the edge of the fountain. The stone is cool. I look at my reflection. I smile softly. The day feels peaceful. I leave the park. The street is busier now. People walk in different directions. A woman carries a basket of fruit. The smell of oranges fills the air. A man sells newspapers. He calls out to customers. A bus stops nearby. The doors open with a hiss. People step on and off. I watch for a moment. Then I keep walking. I pass a flower shop. Buckets of roses stand outside. The colors are bright. Red, pink, white, and yellow. I stop to smell one. The scent is sweet and soft. The florist smiles at me. I smile back. I don't buy anything. I keep walking. The street opens into a small square. A statue stands in the center. Pigeons walk around it. Some fly up suddenly. Their wings make a soft sound. I stand and watch. The sun is higher now. Its light warms my face. I take a deep breath. I feel ready for the day. Let's move to the next level. Now the sentences will become longer, more connected, and more descriptive. Listen carefully. Shadow with me. Focus on rhythm and flow. As I walk down the main street, the city slowly wakes up around me. Shops begin to open, and the smell of freshly baked bread floats through the air. A group of students in uniforms laugh loudly as they pass by, their voices echoing between the buildings. The sound mixes with the rumble of a delivery truck parking near a cafe. I stop for a moment in front of a bakery. Through the wide glass window, I can see trays of warm croissants, golden and soft. The baker moves quickly behind the counter, placing pastries on display while steam rises from the bread. For a second, I imagine sitting at a table with a hot drink, but I decide to keep walking. The street leads to a quiet square with a large fountain in the center. Water shoots upward and falls gently, making a soft and steady sound. Benches circle the fountain, and a few early risers sit reading newspapers. Pigeons walk close to their feet, searching for crumbs. On one side of the square, a small bookstore catches my attention. The sign above the door is painted by hand, slightly faded but beautiful. I push the door open, and a little bell rings. The air inside smells like old paper and wood. Tall shelves cover the walls from floor to ceiling, filled with novels, journals, and maps. Sunlight streams through the front window, landing on a table stacked with new arrivals. I walk slowly between the shelves, my fingers lightly touching the book spines. A bright green cover stands out among the others. It's a travel book about hidden places around the world. I flip through a few pages and see pictures of mountains, caves, and quiet villages. The images make me feel curious and inspired. I decide to buy the book and place it gently in my bag. When I step back outside, the square is livelier than before. More people are sitting on the benches, and a street musician is setting up near the fountain. He tunes his guitar while a small crowd begins to gather. A group of children chase each other around the fountain, their laughter blending with the city sounds. I sit down on a bench and take a moment to watch everything. The air is warm, but a light breeze moves through the square. The fountain sparkles under the sunlight. A woman with a red umbrella walks by, even though it isn't raining. She hums a quiet song to herself, completely unaware of the people watching her. The musician starts playing. The music is gentle at first, like a slow conversation. A few people stop to listen. Some close their eyes, and some tap their feet to the rhythm. A young couple dances softly near the fountain. Their movements are simple, but full of joy. I smile without realizing it. As I continue walking past the square, I notice a street market beginning to form. Vendors set up colorful stalls filled with fruits, flowers, and handmade crafts. The smell of ripe peaches fills the air. Children hold balloons, and families stop to taste free samples from different stands. The sounds of conversation, laughter, and music blend into a warm, lively atmosphere. I walk between the stalls slowly, observing every detail. A man carves wooden birds with precise movements. A woman sells honey in small glass jars, each with a golden glow in the sunlight. At the end of the row, a painter works on a canvas, capturing the square in soft colors. I stop to watch him for a moment, impressed by the calm in his face. The market feels alive. People are talking, sharing, and enjoying the morning together. I take another deep breath and let the energy of the place sink in. For a moment, It feels like time is moving just a little slower. Now, we'll move to the final part of our practice. The sentences will be longer, more natural, and a little challenging. If you forget a part, don't stop. Glance at the subtitles and keep shadowing with me. Let's begin. The sun is lower in the sky now, and the warm golden light stretches across the streets like a soft blanket. Shadows grow longer, sliding slowly over the ground as people finish their work and step outside. I walk toward the edge of the city, where a small hill overlooks the river. The sound of traffic fades behind me with each step, replaced by the quiet rustle of trees. At the top of the hill, there's a wide open space, covered in soft grass. A few groups of friends have gathered here, sitting on picnic blankets, passing snacks, and talking with gentle laughter. Some children run up and down the hill, their shoes kicking up little clouds of dust. The river below reflects the colors of the sky, orange near the sun, fading into soft pink, and then pale blue toward the horizon. I find a comfortable spot beneath a tall tree, its branches bending slightly in the wind. I set down my bag and take out the green travel book I bought earlier. As I open the pages, the smell of paper mixes with the scent of grass and the cool evening air. The words pull me in immediately, describing distant places where mountains rise like giants and quiet villages sleep beside rivers. Nearby, 3 young musicians are setting up their instruments. One adjusts the microphone, another tunes a violin, and the third checks the strings on an old acoustic guitar. Their faces are focused, but there's a nervous excitement in their movements. As the first few notes rise into the air, people turn their heads. Some lean forward to listen more closely. The sound floats across the hill, light and clear, blending with the breeze. The music grows richer, like a conversation between the instruments. A woman sitting near me closes her eyes, her hands resting on her knees, swaying gently with the rhythm. A boy holding a blue balloon lifts it toward the sky as if offering it to the music. Couples hold hands. Friends share quiet looks. Strangers sit side by side without needing to speak. Something about the moment feels shared, as if the hill itself is breathing with us. I lower my book and simply watch. The sunset deepens, and the clouds begin to glow at the edges like burning gold. The wind carries the music down toward the river, where the sound bounces off the water and returns like an echo. It feels like the city has paused. No rushing cars, no ringing phones, only music, air, and evening light. One of the musicians begins to sing. Her voice is soft but strong, rising above the instruments like a bird gliding through the air. Children who were running moments ago now stand completely still, their eyes wide and curious. A man sitting behind me wipes his eyes quietly, smiling to himself. The music connects us in ways words cannot. As the final note fades, the hill falls silent for a heartbeat. Then a wave of applause breaks out. Warm, real, and full of gratitude. The musicians smile, bow slightly, and begin to pack up their instruments slowly. The violin goes into its case. The guitar strap is folded carefully. The microphone stand is lowered. The sounds of conversation return gently, like water flowing back into a quiet stream. I stand up, brushing grass from my hands, and take one last look at the sky. The colors are deeper now, amber, rose, and violet, melting together as the sun slips below the horizon. People begin walking down the hill, holding hands, carrying blankets, and finishing their snacks. Lanterns along the riverbank light up one by one, reflecting in the water like tiny stars. I walk slowly down the path, feeling the cool air on my face. The city lights appear in the distance, shining softly against the darkening sky. The music still echoes in my mind, not as a sound, but as a feeling. It's the kind of evening that stays with you, quiet, warm, and alive. You did it. You completed today's full shadowing practice. We started with short, simple sentences to build rhythm and confidence. Then, we moved to longer, connected sentences that trained your memory and natural flow. Finally, we practiced rich, descriptive language, the kind that real conversations and stories are made of. Every time you shadow like this, you're training your ears, your voice, and your instinct for English. You're learning to speak not just with words, but with rhythm, emotion, and clarity. Remember, fluency doesn't come from thinking harder. It comes from consistent, daily practice. The more you shadow, the more natural English will feel in your mouth and in your mind. So come back tomorrow, shadow again, and keep believing in your progress. This is Amely with the English Mastery Podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for practicing. And thank you for showing up for yourself. See you in the next episode.